Hello everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Tales. Today we will be talking about the character of Bular and his dynamic with his father Gunmar. I know I already did a video on Bular before, but it's a similar story for what I said about Strickler, where I only talked about his lore, as in his history, and not really anything about who he was. So let's step back and look at the underrated prince of Tales of Arcadia. Before we start, remember to like, comment and subscribe. Lets me know you are enjoying this content. And also, I have a gaming channel called Dream Games, where I play a bunch of random games with my brother. So if you want to go check that out, go into the description and you'll find the link to it. And with that said, let's get into it. We will start at the beginning of his life. Bular was the son of Gunmar, the king of the Gumgums, and a female troll, who we still do not know of to this day. It is also unknown when, but at some point his mother would die or disappear, leaving him to be brought up by his father. This would be a big part of his character, his relationship with his father. Whenever he is in the same room as him, he obeys and listens to his father intently, and tries to show affection to him. I believe he does this to compensate for the lack of his mother, and tries harder to win the love of his father. One moment is in Wizards after his escape from imprisonment, and when he puts his hand on his father, and he brushes him off. This isn't a sign of irritation, as when his father learns of his capture, he immediately dispatches his general to gain more allies and try to attack his captors. In later scenes with the two, Gunmar continually tells Bular to stay close to him. These scenes speak of a unspoken care for each other, and while they might not say it, they do deeply care for the other's safety. This is only amplified when Bular is stuck in the real world and his father is banished to the Darklands. Bular spends the next 1,000 years getting revenge for his father against the Trollhunters and working to free his father. This is where we get to the first arc of Trollhunters, and we see the relationship between Bular and Strickler, and it ain't a good one. Throughout the whole arc, Bular continually challenges Strickler on his schemes and drums into his head that he is impure, a common slur used against changelings. I find their interactions to be very interesting, because it is only thanks to Strickler that they are rebuilding Killayr Bridge, the thing that can release his father. So why does he treat him so badly? This situation speaks to Bular's pride, if anything. For centuries, he has dealt vengeance against the people who locked his father away, but has spent no time trying to free him. Then this impure comes along and tells him he will do something he could never do, and get all the praise by Gunmar for freeing him. Bular is outraged that for all he has done, it could all be ruined by this changeling. So he tries to take charge and begin to treat him like crap, and take all the credit he rightly deserved. One moment is when he summons a Stalkling to end Jim, a clear contrast to the more subtle ways Strickler uses. Eventually, the bridge is complete and the ice stone, the last piece of the bridge, which will allow them to communicate with his father. When it is opened, Bular has this surprised and relieved expression, with a calm outtake of the word father. When he tries to talk to him, Strickler bursts in and the two proceed to talk over each other in order to get the praise they want from their master. And as a father, annoyed at his kids bickering, orders everyone out and wants to talk to the eldest, alone. Alone, Bular takes the opportunity to ruin Strickler's position in the eyes of his father and pit Jim against him, who he says has grown affection for the boy. After revealing his identity, Bular calmly stands before his father as Strickler goes at him until he is silenced and told to kill the Trollhunter. From this moment to the amulet being brought before Gunmar, we don't know what happened between the two. Perhaps they took the time to talk, or maybe trash on Strickler some more. Whatever happened, it would be cut short. Failing to kill Jim, Strickler would report he had the amulet, and on his arrival, Bular would snatch the amulet and proclaim it was his honor to set him free. This would not end well though, and Bular would have a hand in failing to stop the portal and the image of his father from fading away. In rage, he lashes out at Strickler, who tells him they need Jim, and he has Nomura go after him. He then proclaims, the last time we would see Bular is at the Battle of the Bridges, where he fights the forces of Jim and the traitor Arg. It is unknown the dynamic the two had together, but at this moment he only felt rage and disappointment.
If my father were to see you now, you were a killer. It's general. You're not a pacifist. You are a bat.
At the climax of the battle, the portal would be opened, and Bular's expression of anger would change to joy at the sound of his father's voice. Yet just like before, this moment would be cut short. With the bridge destroyed, stopping his father from being free, he rushes at Jim and his allies, pursuing them all the way to the bridge, where he had killed the Trollhunter before Jim. The two have an epic battle, and during the fight, the two would try to exploit each other's
emotional damage.
But Bular would be able to catch and pin Jim at the wall and almost slay him. On that day, Bular made a fatal mistake, and it would cost him his life, bringing an end to this tragic character. Bular lived a life of vengeance and died never able to be with his father. When Gunmar learned of his death, it only made him more determined to end everything Jim would and has ever loved, something that he would accomplish until he too met his end, and they would be reunited in the afterlife. I hope you enjoyed this fantasy tale. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and may the glory of Merlin be with you always.